Ishaboyne and Gunnar in the house, back with another Arsenal news episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something really special for you guys in this episode. What do we have here? Very less news because that's what apparently we have. Very less news, but more importantly, very crucial news. Well, yesterday actually, Rishikesh sent me a news on Instagram that Arsenal are up for sale. I laughed at that news. I really laughed at that news as to how can that be possible. So we're gonna address that. Yes, we're gonna address that. Is Arsenal up for sale? 1.7 billion. That's the price tag that Kroenke would be taking for Arsenal. We'll discuss that. Yves Bissouma is the target for Arsenal. How close can Arsenal be for Yves Bissouma? And of course, increasingly so, Riqui Puig is up for sale. Arsenal are looking for him as well. So let's see where exactly do we end up with the transfer news tonight. So the first news that we have here is that according to Harry Pratt, Arsenal believe they are close to winning the race for Yves Bissouma's signature. Now, according to certain reports from Football.London, it looks like the Mali midfielder, he's got 2 years left on his Seagulls contract, but looks certain to exit this summer amid interest from a number of clubs. Everton, West Ham, Tottenham, Arsenal are in pole position to win the scrap. Well, Mikel Arteta is a huge admirer and believes that the box-to-box energy he provides would make him the ideal partner for Thomas Partey. Arteta's future at the Emirates is in doubt as you saw the first leg of the Villarreal. But even if the Spaniard was to get the bullet over the summer, Arsenal will still want to sign Bissouma following his superb season at Brighton. Now, having spent 15 million, it looks like the Seagulls would be happy to double their money on the ex-Lille man. The price tag would be certain that Arsenal are confident of securing a £30 million deal for a Brighton star Yves Bissouma. Let's see that price tag will be met or not in the upcoming window. 30 million for Yves Bissouma. I think it's a very good cut price deal, I would say. But moving on, so Arteta says in the league we have not been consistent for many reasons. One of them is the lineup. Another is the amount of errors that we have produced in key moments. Another, I would say, is the lack of effectiveness in the final third to kill the games off. Another is the opponent has sometimes been better. Now talking about Stan Kroenke, the official update about is Stan Kroenke selling Arsenal? Well, here's the news. Arsenal are up for sale for just days after Kroenke insisted that he will not be entertaining any offers for the club. He's actually quoted of 1.7 billion price to possible buyers 2 years ago. Yes, Mail Sport have come up with the episode, or rather the news, that Arsenal are up for sale despite Stan Kroenke insisting otherwise. Fans are calling for the head of Stan Kroenke. So here's the thing. So Daniel Ek last week threw his hat into the ring and said he is preparing to a bid for control over Arsenal. And a word on the international investment circuit is that Arsenal have effectively been on the market for about 2 years. The Mail on Sunday understands it is less than 2 years since Stan Kroenke's Denver-based holding company KSE received an approach from an international financial consortium. Well, rather than a rebuff talks as previously had been the case with Alisher Usmanov and Aliko Dangote, the interested party were told KSE would entertain bids in the region of £1.7 billion. A deal could not be made on that occasion, but it did show that everyone has a price, despite what Kroenke said last week. In a statement, we all know that 100% they are committed to be keeping Arsenal. So here's the thing, the Spanish coach Arteta takes his battle-weary squad on a rejuvenated Newcastle. But here's the thing, that what Arteta has to say. There's a lot of sayings that if Arteta would want a big investment, or he's still boasting of that the owners are still in the midst to provide support to his to his plans. Let's see where he will end up. But Mikel Arteta also had to open about Gabriel Martinelli. Yes, he just opened up about Gabriel Martinelli recently. He says about his lack of game time this season. He says, well, he has started some games and he has done that recently. But you need to have balance in the team in many senses, and people have to miss out. So he was asked whether if he fears to get the sack. He says, well, I don't want to think that way. I want to think that we are going to be in that Europa League final, and then we are going to have really positive consequences after that game. So, ladies and gentlemen, OGC Nice yesterday started with William Saliba on goal in defense with Jean-Claire Todibo. They had a game against Lille, which they won at 2-0. Burak Yilmaz and Zeki Çelik, well, both of them scored the goal and they won 2-0. So it's super exciting to see that the match day going to the last, till the wire. Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco still have a game to go. They could win actually, and Paris Saint-Germain and Lille are in the midst to win the league. No chance for Lyon. It's far away. They were ahead, but it's far away from them to actually be competitive for the title. But yeah, that's the reality. It's a farce now for anyone to beat Lille. But the best part is that William Saliba is getting complete amount of game time, and that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to know as well. So here's the big smelly news for you guys. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Bukayo Saka has upset his neighbors by leaving piles of earth outside his apartment, his home. The 19-year-old Arsenal and England star is having a football pitch with changing room installed at the £2.3 million mansion he bought only last year. He called in bulldozers to level off the back garden, but they left what residents call a mountain of mud. Arsenal are among the clubs interested by the news, but still, that's the reality. Now, his neighbors are not happy about it. So one of his neighbors near Hatfield Herts said the building work is causing a real eyesore. It's a horrendous sight and a lot of neighbors aren't at all happy. The area has a lot of very well-to-do people who don't expect this sort of thing. Another one said, if he keeps scoring for Arsenal, I'm not bothered. Oh, the pile of garbage. Pile of garbage, man. Also, Mikel Arteta believes that next summer will be among the most important in Arsenal's history. He says, because of a lot of things have happened in the last few transfer windows, there are a lot of players in various situations. It's crucial. We want to go to the next level, and there are a lot of things we need to go to do to be there. So let's see, his focus is on the finals of the Europa League. Will he take us there? That's the big question. And also, he praised Ben Leno for saving their season after a pair of superb stops against Villarreal. He says, we didn't want to come here and lose, but after the way the game developed, you have to take the result. If you have to lose, it is probably the best result we could have. Two different halves. We started to be us in the first half. There were so many moments we weren't. We started to chase and were not precise with the ball. Didn't have enough control. We didn't have enough threat or desire to attack the box. In the second half, it was completely different. Bernd Leno was very good at 2-0. The chance with Gerard Moreno, he saved us. We had a big chance with Oba to draw the game. I'm confident we have a chance to win big competitions. But let's see. Well, Dortmund have joined the race for Brighton defender Ben White. Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United and Arsenal remain interested in one of the Premier League's most talented young central defenders. Now, Brighton will demand £35 million for Ben White. Well, they have turned down from Leeds £25 million bid. White spent a successful season on loan in the Championship with Leeds. Dortmund already have an eye for English talent Jadon Sancho, Jude Bellingham. They're also interested in Ben White. Linked with Arsenal as well is Ben White. So moving on, let's get to the biggest news of the forum. Kieran Tierney is back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the latest images that were shared on social media from Kieran Tierney. Look at him, just look at him. He's ready. Villarreal ain't ready. I hope he gets 30 minutes tonight. Somehow he gets 30 to 20 minutes, whatever that is, to check match fitness against Newcastle. I hope he gets that. So let's see where that will take him. And also, this is a crazy stat. You would not like it, but still it is. So, Premier League teams' goals from the midfield, 13.8 is the average. For Arsenal, it's just 2 goals from the midfield. That's how we are lacking in the midfield. Our midfield is dead, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. Inter and Juve are eyeing Barcelona midfielder Riqui Puig. Linked with Arsenal, Riqui Puig. According to calciomercato.it, Inter and Juventus are ready to battle for Riqui Puig. The Camp Nou side are willing to sell the midfielder, and the Serie A sides are at the front of the queue to sign him. Both teams hope to convince Barcelona to agree an exchange deal to bring the 21-year-old to Italy. But it's a big question. Which team would want to bring him to Italy, and which team will be successful to bring him to Italy? Arsenal, if you're watching this, get Riqui Puig. I mean, on a free or on the cheap. Get Ricky Puig. It's actually a very wonderful signing, to be honest. So with this, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's a watch along tonight, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Stay tuned for that. I will see you in the next one.